Sup, everybody? Hi. What up, what? Okay. Anyways, this is Kyle Sean Thompson, and welcome to Between the Lines, where we between the lines. And episode 2 is going to focus on assumptions. And you might assume, did I practice this? Is this the first take? Who cares? Why are you judging me? Like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to between the lines. But anyways, we're going to open up with a poem similar to like we did last time. This time it is called What Demons Do to Love. And I guess we'll build on that in a second. Demons are invisible. They rarely ever manifest physically. They live in the assumptions that we always make of others. Masquerading as thoughts you call your own, they chew and tear connection, the very stitching of our souls. Demons are invisible. They rarely ever manifest physically. And that is what demons do to love. I can't recall exactly when I wrote that poem, maybe 2 years ago or so, but I use it often as an anchor and as something that will actually help me move past any thoughts that are swarming around me that tell me that this person dislikes me or that I owe someone else this or whatever shame dialogue comes up. But yeah, demons are invisible. They rarely ever manifest physically. They live in the assumptions that we create. So in our own head, we have such a small view of how people truly are. And it can easily be twisted by our desire to assume. And it's a natural thing as well to assume. We have to assume that there's fresh air outside every day we wake up, that there might be running water in our house. There are logical assumptions. But then there are also emotional ones. So I'm going to continue in the good old book. Assume, consume, loom. Our impression of a person may reveal many truths, but they are destined to be shallow and short-sighted compared to the complex history of every soul. I'd rather admit I know little than claim I fully understand those who are around me. The human experience defies definition, so instead we condense it. When we assume, we consume what's complex and water it down to its simplest form. So this leads me to another portion, between the lines, which is questions that I encourage you to go through. So, how often do you assume? Are they logical or emotional assumptions? And how many are tied to old wounds and used as a defense mechanism to avoid trauma? And to build off of the third question of having assumptions become a defense mechanism to avoid trauma, well, it's easier to burn the bridge than allow someone else to do it themselves. Like, it's far easier for me to assume that I am unwanted, I am unneeded, and I am unworthy of love than to be proven that by someone coming up to me and saying that straight to my face. It becomes a habit, it becomes a routine, and an emotional assumption we return to often. Another theme that definitely comes into play would be the unreliable narrator. This is a term that comes up often in books and in films, but you have to ask yourself, are you the reliable narrator or are you unreliable? Are the assumptions that you're creating in your life ones that are helping create and move us towards a better reality, or are they harming us and keeping us low and in a realm of chaos? So, question, if you are a reliable or unreliable narrator or not. All we have is the now. The past becomes a collection of memories, colored and corroded by time and the shifting waves we call emotion. So when we circle the wound over and over and over, are we the reliable narrator, or are we speaking purely from a place of pain? Demons are invisible. They rarely ever manifest physically. They live in the assumptions we always make of others. I just want to stop too. Thank you for everyone who has been quite supportive of me doing this. I am planning on doing many more of these in the future. I've got ideas, okay? They're churning up here in my head, top I lie. But reading between the lines could be a double edged sword. I encourage you to live passionately and look deeply into those around you, to dissolve all assumptions, and create a clearer view. So, if you liked anything of it, if you have answers to some of the questions I asked, or if you just simply want to ask me a question that's unrelated, like why did he talk like a waste man's for a second, then feel free. Like, comment, and subscribe. And remember to between the lines. I've been Kyle Strong Thompson, and I thank you, and have a lovely, lovely weekend, or whenever you're experiencing this. Peace. Oh yeah, the video's done now. Bye.